Hey champions, in this video we're going to be talking about the Kickstarter box count. What is the strategy behind it and where we're going to be cutting those limits on it. Also an update on the recycling project and also an update on what's happening with the J2 reprint. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get to it. Hey champions, I hope you're doing well. I'm still getting used to this new mic. I don't know quite where to put it and make this sound good and everything, but it's a learning experience. I'm trying to step up the quality of these videos as a whole. So first thing I want to start with is where we're at with our social media accounts. So backers on the Kickstarter, we're at 585. We're still a little bit away from that 1,000, but I really want to hit that goal because we got an amazing event planned and we just want to make sure we get the numbers to do it. The other is the YouTube subscribers. I got a notification from YouTube about like, hey, you didn't celebrate the fact that you hit 300 subscribers, and we really should have. It is amazing that we were able to push this high and that we're at 329. Let's get to 500. I'd love to open that box of Origins Kickstarter product when we get it, so we can start giving some of that stuff away right away. And it would be nice to be able to be part of the conversation of this was literally the first box opened and you have a piece from that. So I would like to roll that out in one way or another. And then lastly, our Facebook account, it is growing. It is nice. Let's hit that 5,000 so we can do a global event of the pitch contest that Alex has been hosting on the Kickstarter. He's been doing a great job kind of keeping all that information organized. There's so many ideas that are coming about on that side. So for everyone who has submitted ideas, awesome, great work. For everyone who hasn't submitted anything yet, if you're a backer to the Kickstarter, go submit your ideas. The earlier you get in, the more feedback you get, and the more you can refine that before we start going to the bracket elimination, and you find yourself, oh, I really wish my idea would have got there, but you know, didn't get enough feedback. So Alex is doing that as a courtesy for you, so try to take advantage of it. He is such a brilliant game designer, and he has such a strong focus on making a very fair and exciting competitive scene and casual format. So he wants those ideas in, and he wants to do something that is amazing for everyone. All right, so the other thing I want to talk about is the Kickstarter boxes count. This is something we talked about a little bit in private when it came to the roundtable that we had on Monday. And I want to make more of a global announcement, and I'll also be posting this up into the Kickstarter update page so that people have clear understanding of where we stand with all that. So the Kickstarter itself, we are not limiting the amount of boxes people can purchase. We want to make sure that this is an open experience. We're using this to grow the player base and the LGS support networks. We're doing everything we can to make the LGS be like the main touch point of where you can get your product. And we want to make sure that for areas where there aren't any LGSs yet, they know that there is player support, that there is a community behind this game who wants to bring this game to fruition. So we are not going to limit the boxes because we feel that that would stifle that growth, and that's what we're looking about. This Kickstarter isn't just about getting Origins out there, it's about getting Genesis out there. It's about creating a whole ecosystem of players that are enjoying this game and making it thrive and grow, so we can sustain ourselves over the next several years, especially when the market kind of ebbs and flows with the players and investors and collectors. So we want to make sure that we can stand the test of time. So part of that is creating really great networks of players and LGSs and content creators. So we want to support everyone on as many fronts as possible. So when it comes to the boxes, this is how we're going to allocate it. We got all the boxes that are going to be ordered through the Kickstarter. Those will get fulfilled. Then after the Kickstarter is over, there's a period of time where anyone can get some additional boxes as add-ons, right? The add-on window is open for a little bit longer. So if LGSs decide at that point they want to purchase more boxes, or if a player decides at that point that they want to get more boxes, we're going to keep that window open so you can get the boxes you need. So that window opened. Then we get that full number. That's the total count of boxes that are going to go out into the wild. Then we will also order several boxes for internally for Haunted Castle Gaming. Some of them as mementos, so we can have on our display the history of the company, the growth cycle. I also want to be able to give every one of our team a box so that they can hold on to it and say that they were part of this journey. People like you've seen several times, like Alex and Chris and Damian, but also all the artists behind that. So Damian's entire team, Philip, Mikhail, Dahlia, Alexandra, Mario, such great artists. And then we also had some one-off contractors, and I want them to get an opportunity to experience their artwork in its full glory. So I want to have some boxes that we can give to them as gifts, right? We also have a lot of backers, or a lot of, not backers, but what do I call them? Our support network. People like Safi Hafizada, who we have on the Kickstarter, who's been my mentor for the past 5 years and who has taught me almost everything I know about running a company. And he has been there every step of the way. I want to be able to give him something like that. Or my dad, right? Who's been a huge supporter of the game. So we're going to have some boxes that are set aside for those kind of purposes. And then we want to have some boxes that we can use in the future as potential rewards. But when all is said and done, we'll make sure we disclose the numbers when we go about disclosing the entire print run. So that way there aren't any surprises. But at the end of the day, this Kickstarter is for growth in the for the community, growth for the LGSs. Let's try to get Genesis into as many local game stores as possible. And if you want to do your part, something we recommend beyond backing the project is if you have a local game store that is not carrying Genesis right now, or is carrying it but is still on the fence about it, ask them to reach out to us. Chris and I are just one email away. We want to show the LGSs that we are there to support them every step of the way as they grow their communities. All right, so that's what's happening on that front. Some updates about the recycling thing. This was actually really cool information that I got from our manufacturers. So all the cards in Genesis are, at least in Canada, we are 100% recyclable. So if you have any Genesis cards you don't want to hold on to anymore, you should be able to recycle them, except for foil cards. I'm still learning about the details behind this, but foil cards, because there is a metallic layer, you can't put that into standard recycling. It has to be recycled a little bit differently. I'm trying to figure that detail out. But as of right now, we haven't heard of a lot of people who are sitting on bulk foil cards that they just want to toss away. So right now, it is mainly the core cards. And I know that it might be a lot of hassle for you to put those into recycling yourself. And if that's the case, that's part of the reason why we want to build out this recycling program. We want to encourage you to let go of cards that you are sitting on bulk of, because you have a fear of, is this going to be valuable in the future, or do I need to hold on to those? A lot of those cards, there's a good chance that there's a lot of cards that you're holding on to that you don't need anymore, especially some of the stuff from the earlier sets, which never saw a lot of play. We make a lot of joke about it, but Taki Psyche is one of those. If you have enough copies that you're like, I'm comfortable with this, and you don't, and you want to get rid of the rest of yours, feel free to recycle them or hold on to them until the next time you can meet with us at a major event, and then we will work with you to get those. We will take those off your hand. We will go recycle them for you, but we'll also reward you with some promos. So I hope that you're excited about that and that things go well on that front. And then the last thing about the J2 reprint. We have made this announcement to our partners. Hopefully all our partners have seen that message in the Discord. But this reprint has had a lot of issues when it comes to every step of the way and maintaining quality assurance. There's a fine line to walk here, because a lot of our partners are like, hey, we need more product. But if we were to try to get the product to them sooner, we would end up delivering a far inferior product than what we're comfortable with. So we want to make sure that we find the proper balance between those. So where are we? There was massive delay when it comes to getting the paper over to North America. We finally got it into our warehouse. We went to go receive the metallic foiling, and the out of the reams we got, several of them were defective. So we rejected those and ordered new ones. The new ones are now sitting at customs, and once they get released and we get them in our hand, then we'll start planning out what our schedule looks like. How can we get everything done, and also how can members of the Haunted Castle team be there while there is still the new variant of COVID, the Omicron virus, which is definitely a lot more on the media's mind, and is definitely something we need to be wary about. So how do we balance out that side of it while still make sure that the quality of the product is definitely better than the original print run of J2? So those are the things that are happening right now. There's definitely a lot of challenges behind it all, but we're working through it. We're trying to be as transparent as possible. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, email, Discord, or whatever means you're able to. And let's talk about those. I want to make sure that you understand that we are doing our best to mitigate these issues, but we're not perfect. And there is room for improvement. So if you have suggestions on what we could be doing, let me know. And we will do our best to try to incorporate those things as long as it makes sense for what we're doing moving forward. All right, that's everything I have for this video. I know it's a little bit long. I hope you are enjoying whatever you're doing. I hope you're excited about the Kickstarter, and I hope you're excited about the future of Genesis. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The Genesis Origins Kickstarter is live. Details are in the description below. As I close off this video, I want to remind you to support your local game stores. They are the backbone of the hobby industry. Also, please follow our partner content creators. They are working very hard to make content that you are interested in. So check out our playlist of videos made by them and like and subscribe to their channels. Finally, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. Without you, this game would not be where it is today. Thank you for being so awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.